Flirting 101, for men. How to flirt using the HOTAPE method. There's a lot of misinformation out there about how to flirt. Many guys actually execute the wrong flirting style with women, which repels them instead of attracting them. Do you want to be that man who can go up to a smoking hot woman and start a conversation where she enjoys herself and is interested in getting to know you better? Then this video is for you. In this video, I explain how to develop the confidence to walk up and talk to a girl you've spotted that you like, using one method that works almost every time. It's called HOTAPE. And what's HOTAPE all about, you ask? HOTAPE is a mnemonic device that can help you flirt more effectively. H stands for humor, O for open body language, T for touch, A for attention, P for proximity, and E for eye contact. Using these techniques, you can charm the pants off anyone you desire. Jean Smith is the creator of HOTAPE, which is one of her scientific approaches to dating and attraction. You might be wondering, why does she care about how someone flirts? That's an important question, and the answer is simple. She's a scientist, and she wants to know how people behave when someone is into them. And that's what you'll learn from the HOTAPE system. Let's get to it. H is for humor. As someone who wants to attract women, you should make it a point to be funny because humor exudes confidence that makes people gravitate toward what you have to say. When you are funny, people will want to be your friend, they'll want to hear about your day, and want to listen when you talk. It's crazy how much influence your sense of humor has on other people around you. Being funny doesn't only help you to pick up women. Funny people are more likely to get promotions and make more money than their peers. You don't have to be obscene or even terribly amusing. You just have to have fun. Think of it as a sort of permission slip. Sometimes you need someone to give you permission to relax and to not be on your best behavior. Let go and laugh, and see what happens. One of the easiest ways to do this is by simply sharing funny stories from your life. These can be anything from your dog chewing on your sock or peeing on the carpet to a crazy accident at work. One word of caution, guys. When you meet a girl, try to be funny, but not at the expense of fucking up and being an ass. Be careful with what you say to a wide range of random strangers so that you don't unnecessarily offend anybody. Add value to their lives with your humor instead of taking away what they already have by telling a bad joke to them. O is for openness. Did you know that your body posture can affect whether or not you get lucky tonight? Guys, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're fumbling for words, strike a power pose. What's a power pose? Amy Cuddy coined the term power posing in 2012. High power posing could be one little thing you do to give yourself a hormone boost, take advantage of the endocrine system, and think like a winner. On the other hand, Cuddy found that having a low power pose, like sitting slouched over, shoulders hunched, looking down, reduced testosterone and increased muscle tension. In short, if you want to be attractive, take up more space. Be relaxed and turn your standing and walking posture into a power stance. Lean back or stand tall when you talk to people, even in phone conversations. Don't forget that posture is the first signal of confidence to women. So how do you manifest a high power pose? Walk toward her with a bounce in your step and a smile. When you sit or stand, ensure that your shoulders face the girl. Keep your chin up, hold your head high, and open your palms. Never tuck your hands in your pockets while talking to a woman unless you're trying to convey the impression that you're not into her. Don't cross your arms, either. It comes across as defensive and insecure. If you're looking for a complete guide to having the best body language that will attract any woman, then check out the Obsession method. Click the link in the description. T is for touch. I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty sure I was such a good basketball player in high school. I could dribble, shoot, and pass the ball with my eyes closed, and still make it look like it was no big deal. But when it came to dating, I sucked. There was this girl I liked but couldn't summon the courage to ask out for months. But then, one day, I was hanging out with some friends, and they were talking about how important touch is in relationships. They told me that if you want to make someone feel special, you should hold their hand or hug them when you see them. It makes them feel safe and loved. So that's what I did. Every time I saw her, I'd hug her or hold her hand for a few seconds longer than necessary. It wasn't long before she started looking forward to our encounters. And soon enough, we were dating. This technique can be used even if you've just met a woman you're interested in. You don't have to hug her right away, and it's a little creepy if you do, when you've just met her. What you can do is engage in a conversation with a woman, and when she is laughing or feeling happy, you then touch her. On the arm, or hand or shoulder. Somewhere that isn't threatening. Don't do it in a weird way, just touch her naturally. For a more complete guide, check out the obsession method training. The link is in the description. A is for attention. I get it, okay? It's easy to get carried away with the girl of your dreams and flood her phone with texts and calls. But you shouldn't do it. Ever. Observe the vibes she's giving off, then level your attention to match her energy. For example, if she's only responding to your messages or seems distracted by something else when she's around you, she's either trying to get you to work harder for her love or she's genuinely not interested. And what should you do? Let her go. A quality woman knows when a man wants to be with her and wouldn't discourage him unnecessarily. P is for proximity. Proximity is the distance between you and the other person. In terms of flirting, it can refer to how close you are physically or emotionally. For example, if you're at a bar and want to chat with a hot chick, walk up to her and sit next to her on the couch. If she's with a friend, ask if they mind if you join them for a drink. These actions create a sense of intimacy between two people so that they feel more connected than strangers in the same room would feel toward one another. When talking to a girl you like, stand an arm's length away. This space allows you to quickly break the ice and touch her shoulder if you want to, but also leave her room if she wants to talk with someone else or make a quick dash for the door. If you're standing much closer than that, there's a good chance that she'll feel too enclosed by your presence, and she'll be uncomfortable talking with you. If you're standing too far away from her, then she may think that you aren't really interested in being friends with her and give up on the conversation before it gets going. Do you want that to happen? E is for eye contact. Eye contact is a sign of attraction, confidence, interest, respect, trust, and honesty. It's very powerful and can communicate a lot about the person you're talking to. It shows that you are interested in and actively listening to what they have to say. If you make eye contact with a girl for more than 3 seconds or 2 times in 10 minutes, go up and introduce yourself. Introducing yourself before saying anything else seems like one of those simple things that don't really matter, but it's the key to getting off to a great start. There are 2 reasons for this. First, because it is simple and casual, it shows her that you are putting her at ease and not trying to pick her up. A lot of guys try too hard with the cheesy lines or want to be the center of attention from the beginning, and instead, they blow it by being obvious. Girls don't want to feel like an object, so anything that makes them feel like they're being hunted isn't going to go over well. The second reason is that it gives you both a chance to get talking without feeling the pressure of having a bunch of unspoken expectations sitting there between you. The first thing to keep in mind when using the HOTAPE framework is that it's not just a checklist. It's a guide for how to approach women in a way that makes sense and will make them want to talk to you or go on a date with you. In other words, use these tips as guidelines instead of rules. For more in-depth training, I've listed some resources in the description. Make sure to check that out. If you want more content like this, hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. And if you've got any questions or suggestions for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comments.